Hey YouTube, I'm joining a difficulty 6 Cyborgs planet, so I figured I would start a recording. We'll see how long I record this for. Snow. So all-terrain boots. I can switch it to the Punisher. It's whatever I feel like playing, I guess, because I don't really know. I know I'm going to be against a lot of Hulks, so maybe I'll do like an Obliterator. I can just keep like a real cannon strike for good measure. I don't remember for defending anything. Well, let's go with it, right? So when I drop in here, I want to read the situation. So it looks like we're trying to defend this. We're going to have trouble down here now. I am not doing any damage to these guys. Need to keep the objective going. I'm going to take this time to call my stuff in away from the geological survey, because it will destroy it if the beacon, the pods rather, land on it. Okay, so we ended up completing the objective. Be careful shooting your friends. Also, don't take your friend's stuff either. Don't ever take your friend's stuff. I really hate that. So now I don't have a resupply pack that I just called in. Now you can argue that it's still technically with the team, but now if I need ammo, I need to actually run to him to get it when it's mine in the first place. I can call in the other resupply pack, but we'll see how much trouble I have just trying to grab his. But there's no excuse to taking someone else's stuff. No excuse. It's probably one of the bigger pet peeves in this game when other people take your stratagems. Going to abandon this because I don't think I can do the arrow sequence in time.
Defensive equipment inbound.
I don't know why he's not shooting at all. That turret gun. Well, the good news is I can take my item back, which I will promptly do. Now we will extract.
Helldiver deploying to combat zone.
Anytime someone joins, always stare at your Helldiver, keep moving. Don't let them land on you. The game will try to land them on you every time.
Extraction confirmed. Shuttle inbound. ETA T minus 1 minute 30 seconds. Deploying defensive assets. Defensive equipment inbound. Dropping equipment. Supplies incoming.
And those turrets, they can be deadly. killing some dogs.
Reloading.
ETA T minus 10 seconds.
Okay, so this is kind of uneventful.
Shuttle arriving.
Okay. So I guess not completely uneventful. Always make sure the shuttle lands before you get on it.
Reloading.
Shuttle
Just
leaving T minus 10
wait for the shuttle to land, and then get on it.
T minus 5 seconds.
So there were there was like a couple things we got from this. The first thing being, don't take someone else's stuff. Don't take their secondary weapons they call in. Ammunition, sure, but don't take other people's stuff. The other thing is waiting for shuttles to land before getting on them. You can't get on them until they land, so just gotta be patient.
Helport launch sequence initiated.
So let's try another one.
Crew to stations. I repeat, crew to stations.
Okay, so we have a cyborg, very challenging difficulty 6, so that means that there will be tanks in this. So we need an anti-tank solution of some kind. The breaker can be very good, since we are in close quarters combat. One-handed weapons are also very good, because again, you're in a small arena. I'll do a Paragon, maybe with a couple eats. I think I'll keep the ammo bag. It'll just make sure that I'm always shooting. You could also say that I just made a mistake not changing my perk out, because it's an arena in Cyborgs, and even though it's snow, the floor will be mechanical. So, for the most part, I will not be slowed if I had a different perk. But I kept my boots. Yeah. So it seems like my perk has no effect here because we're on ice and mechanical platform. So
Supplies incoming. Deploying defensive equipment on its way.
I could have hurt myself here.
Defensive equipment dropping equipment.
Anti-personnel barriers in a small, tight arena is not smart. Anything that restricts movement in a tight arena is not smart.
Supplies incoming. Defensive stratagem incoming.
A lot of people like to use stratagems that restrict movement in tight arenas and then go in a corner and then fight, but you have to remember the enemy is spawning like out of nowhere on the ground, so if they spawn in your tight little corner, then things get ugly pretty quick.
Helldiver deploying to combat zone.
Always stare at your character when someone's joining the game.
Reloading.
Dropping equipment. Stand by. Dropping on equipment.
Reload. Reloading. Reloading.
So we do have two players that have unstoppable rounds. We have the Breaker and we have the Justice, so fighting can get pretty ugly. There could be a lot of friendly fire here.
Deploying defensive assets.
I hope that player knows that the suit's about to explode. I really wish I had my MD99 auto-injector.
On its way.
We have an additional anti-personnel barrier in a retaliatory strike. So that might actually be a problem for us.
Stand by. Equipment on its way.
I kind of wish the exosuit player would save their rockets for tanks and not step on their friends.
Acknowledged.
Although they did apologize.
Equipment on its way.
Good go! Going ammo!
Okay.
Reload!
There's our first tank. It took a while, but there it was. That's another anti-personnel barrier.
Defensive stratagem incoming.
So I'm just staring at my character a lot just to read the situation. I don't want to get in the way of my friends. That was a waste of an eat right there. That was unfortunate.
Reloading!
I'm concentrating heavily on my own character right now. I'm kind of keeping everything else in my peripheral vision. And I'm just focusing on my character.
On its way. Defensive equipment inbound.
Just stabbed a few dogs there. So our anti-tank is limited now.
Request acknowledged.
I'm gonna get the shuttle in.
Shuttle inbound. ETA T minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
The game is about to get hard.
Request confirmed. Stand by. Equipment on its way. T minus 1 minute.
I can't call anyone in yet because my reinforce is on cooldown.
Request acknowledged.
I'm not using my eat on the Hulk.
Equipment on its way.
It doesn't make sense to. We should be able to kill him with bullets. Saving my eat for tanks. So we have more AT now with the APC. grab ammo, really? Oh, here. I'm gonna switch weapons and then grab ammo and then switch back.
Defense drop incoming. T-minus 5 seconds.
I have to reload. Careful not to shoot my friends. Catherine picked me up there, that was huge. At the very end there, that player identified that I was incapacitated, and instead of going on the shuttle, they picked me up. So that was an excellent decision by that player, Catherine. Really well done. Typically people have the habit of, once the shuttle lands, they just try to rush on. They don't read the situation and make sure everyone else can get on. And that player was clearly a little open-minded on the situation and did not have the tunnel vision of extraction. So really well done with them on getting me up. Anytime you have something that involves, like, well, that type of retaliatory strike where
I repeat.
there's a lot happening, you're focused on everything spawning randomly around and such. Sometimes just staring at your character and just focusing around the area of your character and then letting everything else be in your peripheral vision is a good idea. So, we're still on snow. So I didn't really see what the objectives were. I think I'm going to do the camper. The camper I'm going to prioritize heavy units, medium to heavy units, so I will not be shooting very weak units with the camper. The only unit I may be shooting that's weak with the camper would be the dogs, because I can't swap to the handgun fast enough. But when it comes to patrols, I'm going to be just shooting the ones that do the alarming, the medium-sized units. And then the smaller guys I'm going to leave alone, or I'll just melee them.
Equipment on its way.
No sense in shooting them with a camper.
Dropping equipment. Equipment on its way. Dropping equipment. Dropping equipment. Helldiver has left combat zone. Repeat, Helldiver has left combat zone.
Reloading!
I'm going to pick up this ammo. And I guess we're off. I do hear dogs. Seems like we found all 3 artillery shells pretty quickly. I'm going to finish off this objective.
Reloading!
You don't have to do the arrow sequences fast. I only do recommend getting it right the first time, though. Just get it right the first time.
Freedom never sleeps! How do you like the taste of freedom?
Oh, my shooting was way off. And then my friend shot me.
Reloading!
hitting his shield.
Reloading.
Took my handgun out.
Deploying ordnance.
Okay, we should be able to keep moving. Oh, that's not good.
Firing for effect.
Gotta help the guys up. We should be gravitating toward the objective.
Incoming fire. Right down there. Deploying ordnance.
It's a hole. Don't jump in holes. Don't fall in holes. It's bad.
Deploying ordnance. Dropping equipment. Watch yourself. Dropping equipment. Deploying defensive assets. Supplies incoming.
How about a nice, how about liver? Reload.
Deploying ordnance. Firing for effect. Over.
Reloading.
Firing for effect.
There is a possible spawn point just under this rocket, just below where I'm standing.
Deploying
I want to make sure this side is protected.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
Okay. So now we have to travel right.
Helldiver deploying to combat zone.
I failed to watch out for my friend, and that person failed to watch out for a falling pod. So I made a mistake there for sure. Hopefully they pick up their backpack item. Looks like they're forgetting about it.
Dropping equipment.
Okay, this person's calling in equipment during our transit to the
Firing
next
for
objective.
effect. Over.
It's really not recommended to do that. He could have just waited for us to actually get there. Now, I don't see any patrol spawn points anywhere, but
Defense drop
sometimes the
incoming.
game likes to be sneaky and has them spawn like just under us or to the right even, like against a wall.
Engaging target area.
See, there it is. There it is, right there. Right against the wall.
Deploying ordnance.
Get your friend up so that the Hulk doesn't kill him. The Hulk is attracted to anyone incapacitated. Anytime your friend is on the ground bleeding out, the Hulk will run to them or waddle to them and then try to kill him with his shield.
Stand by. Equipment on its way. Stand by. Equipment on its way.
I'm going to reload and then grab ammo out of my resupply pack and then grab an ammo box on the ground. And so now I have full ammo, both with the magazines that I'm carrying and in my resupply pack. So that was quite efficient of me.
How do you like the taste of freedom?
There's one patrol here. Catherine, ooh, Catherine almost died there.
Reloading!
Extraction confirmed. Shuttle inbound. ETA minus 1 minute 30 seconds. For effect. Deploying defensive assets. Equipment on its way.
Here, dogs.
ETA minus 1 minute. All right, down there. Deploying orbiting target area. Firing for effect. Over. Defensive equipment inbound.
I keep throwing strafing runs over there because that's where they keep coming from. Like, there they are again.
ETA minus 30 seconds. Incoming fire.
Reload!
T minus 15 seconds. ETA T minus 10 seconds. ETA T minus 5 seconds.
Reloading!
Arriving.
How about a nice delivered?
Everyone should be able to get on, so I'm going to get on the shuttle as well. So the thing about the camper is, it is a high damaging rifle with a very slow attack speed, but each round does high damage. So if you are prone to missing a lot, like missing your shots, then this weapon may not be for you. Or you could also say, of course, that this weapon would be for you in a sense that you would build your ability to aim. You'd have to practice it. So do expect to bring in some ammo. You're going to need ammo for it. It's going to take it. It could take a lot of ammo actually. And when using it, I would try your best not to spend your ammo on weak targets. You get most value out of your high-powered rounds by shooting medium, like medium or even like some high-armored units with it. But anything that's weak, you'd be overkilling.
Hellport launch sequence initiated. Crew to stations.
I guess I'll finish off my planet
Crew to
here.
stations.
I kind of forget even what planet this was, or like what difficulty it is. So let's see what the map is. So we have to assassinate. We have an escort. And we have some bug nests. So yes, of course, I do want to drop on the assassinate target. I don't like chasing assassination targets. It goes against the whole idea of slamming into the ground on an objective where there's patrols. I get that, but chasing around the assassination target is not something that I find enjoyable. So with that, I'm going to land on the assassination target. So it's difficulty 6, so there's going to be bugs. I will bring in the recoilless rifle. Anytime I do the recoilless rifle, I'm going to bring 2 ammos because we have a player that's using the breaker. And 1 ammo strat for that may not be enough, especially if they're shooting bugs. Remember, the bugs have the armor, so rounds need to be dead center for them to actually take effect, depending on the severity of the armor. So with the breaker, it's a shotgun, so a lot of the damage is going to be deflected. So that person will be going through a lot of breaker ammo. And we're also assuming that they're not going to die. If they die, they will respawn with half their maximum number of magazines they can carry. So okay, so
Equipment on its way.
the assassination target should be here.
Dropping equipment. Dropping equipment. Dropping
That
equipment.
person was not watching out.
Acknowledged.
I could die here, actually. Yep. That was kind of my own fault. We got off to a really poor start. Really poor. This person could die if they don't call us in. This is going to be a very poor showing. Okay. I probably should not have even bothered using the reinforce. I should have just kept fighting.
Confirmed.
It's a rough spawn point. I should heal right back up with my perk. Okay. So all of that could have been prevented if I did not land on the assassination target, but here we are. Try not to shoot the escort. I'm not going to touch him. If you touch him, then they're going to go after him. Okay, so that player just touched him, so now it's fair game to be attacked.
Helldiver has left.
Okay, so we seriously have to start moving the survivors. I do have to reload both my weapons, my primary and my recoilless rifle. I'm going to reload while they're all shuffling in. Okay. And now I will use the recoilless rifle to destroy the bug nests without calling in a hell bomb. It's even faster if someone can reload you, and not just you reloading yourself.
Reload!
There's a sample here that he might want, or he'll just I'll just pick it up for him. Guessing the nests are on the other side of this. Yeah. Well, they have to move. They're not moving. Okay. Oh god. Okay.
Dropping equipment.
Well, that was unfortunate. All they had to do was move out of the way. I'm gonna take this hit. I am low on ammo, but I'm hoping to actually make it to extraction. I don't know what we're doing. We have to keep going down here, where extraction is. We don't even have to fight this, we can just keep moving. That angel is trying so hard to heal him. But the angel does need to recharge. Unfortunately, when you pick up an ammo box, the angel does not refill its regenerative ability, unlike the guard dog, where if you do pick up an ammo box, it does refill its ammunition. It's important to shoot the patrols when you can. That player was heavily focused on that sample. I'm going to call in ammo.
Shuttle inbound.
I'm going to get him in time.
Dropping equipment. Defensive asset line incoming.
Now I am out of ammo. I will have to reload my rifle.
Stand by. Equipment on its way.
Well, hopefully this player will cover me and not be on the radio. And not be on the radio, and get off the radio, and get off the radio. Two suits.
Reloading.
I think I heard a tank bug.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Freedom never sleeps.
Watch yourself.
Having a night of a liberty.
ETA T-minus 15
Freedom
seconds.
never sleeps. Reload.
T-minus 10 seconds. T-minus 5 seconds. Shuttle arriving.
Couple stabs there. And we should both be able to get on. So I guess what we could extract from that is to always do your best to be aware of what's happening on screen. So when you have your radio out and you do want to call something in, I can easily understand the focus that has to be put in on the arrow sequence. But the longer amount of time you take, the less information you have of the present moment. So maybe at the moment of you taking out the radio, you knew what situation you were in, but 3 seconds later, you know, that all changes. So try to be quick with the radio, but at the same time getting it right the first time when you call it in. It doesn't have to be fast, in my opinion. Just get it right the first time. But if you take too long, like I'm saying, like 3 to 5 seconds, you can expect your awareness on the on the map on the screen to be like practically zero. And with that, I'm going to end the video, and hopefully you got something from this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.